Ohayo gozaimasu, konnichiwa, konbanwa, guten Morgen, guten Tag, guten Abend, guten Nacht, buenos dias, buenos noches, buenos tardes, bonjour, bonsoir, bienvenue, buongiorno, ahoy, akosamash, annyeong haseyo, assalamu alaikum, shalom, makrimaka jindoka, ki or, what do? Good morning. It's early morning streaming. It's early, it's morning, we're streaming. I did not mean for the Blainsilla After Dark to play at the same time, but I don't hate it, right? Do I need that shit going forward? I don't know. I'm going to leave that on. I don't know why that played. Actually, I think I do, but I'm just going to not do it. Hi, how are you? Happy Friday. It's a Friday. I got a cat on my lap, so I'm trying not to be too, like, if that's like, I'm like, why do you not know how cameras work? Why? Because I got a cat here, and I ain't disturbing him, right? Like, he already got woken up today once when we got out of bed. Like, that shit's unacceptable. We're just going to keep, like, waking cats up all day? No, not on my watch. Tokyo Xtreme Racer. We're playing it. We're going through. We're just beating shit. I love this game. When we last left off, there was a lot of confusion on my part. A lot of confusion about why the hell can't I race these dudes what I think I should be able to race these dudes. So I did as I threatened and did some research. You know how I hate doing research. But some of the stuff is just like lies. So let's talk about video games and their lies, right? The deception of the video game. So I do like to use mouse here. What do we have that is video game deceptiveness? Step number one, if we go down to our wanderers, who, like, a lot of people were trying to race our wanderers. But we'll race anyone. We ain't scared of nobody. Snow Dancer. Only battles against cars without custom body colors, right? Wouldn't race us in our Lexus FC, which you can't put a custom body color on. According to our good friends at Steam Community, shout out to Nail Strafer. Shout out to Nail Strafer for throwing together a guide. Apparently that's a lie. Snow Dancer, it's wrong. Snow Dancer, you have to have a custom color, so that's why we can't do that one. Strongest Mayman, there is a specific leopard. I don't remember if we tried to challenge him. There's an extremely specific sticker, like one sticker you have to have, and I don't know how on earth you're supposed to know which one that is. But we will figure it out together as a family, as friends, as lovers. Good morning, Screaming Platypus. How you doing? Voodoo Doll Bestie, indeed. Yes, so if you have missed, yesterday I accidentally killed dear Emmy with my voodoo doll. Anytime you pick up one of those cursed objects in Phasmophobia, there's you can pick it up, just don't use it. But like, and there's zero benefit to using the voodoo doll, other than just like weird ADHD compulsion to, like, I just want to click the button, and you do, and I got her killed, and I feel bad. I feel bad that it was Emmy. If it had been me, I wouldn't have given a shit. If it had been Jin, he probably would have. But Emmy didn't deserve it, so I do feel bad about that. As well you should. I did reach out to Emmy separately on Discord. And say apologize. But how do I want to phrase this? I don't want to say I like it. I am very much in favor of getting hunts, of getting hunted to try to figure out what the ghost is, right? You can learn a bunch from a hunt, right? There's some of that is just crazy obvious. The Diogen, right? If you trigger a hunt in 5 seconds and you're done. Like, oh, that's a Diogen. Now just don't get caught. It's nice to be in a room where you can, like, get away from him. Because he's going to make a beeline for you. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that was fun. Hopefully you did get a chance to make a clip for that. I should probably try to do it myself. But yeah, she didn't deserve to get got there. But good morning, Platy. I hope you're doing very well. And if you missed it last night, Jen and I played a brief bit of Peak, just for an hour, just to keep me from sleeping. And thanks to Jen for keeping me awake. Please. Combine them too. Like, mash that up, see what it's like to do like and it is on me. Like, you'll see me, like, click on the mouse. Like, there's But yeah, so watch us play Phasmophobia if you don't, because that shit happens. But yeah, this Strongest Maimon has an extremely specific sticker that I don't know. I do say, oh shit. I mean, it is 100% like, yeah. I look. I'm not giving excuses. I'm giving reasons. It is an unqualified apology. I'm sorry that she got killed. Oh yeah, it was 100% intentional button click, but it was an accidental hunt. Like, it was more along the lines of, you just press the button, right? Like, I want to push you the button. Who else couldn't we get yesterday that was driving us nuts? Surfing Umibozu is supposed to be out on Saturday and Sunday, right? And he wasn't. What's the story with him? Surfing Umibozu is apparently they're saying he's only out on Saturday or Sunday. So in theory, today would be the day we could go find Surfing Umibozu. So if we go put a very specific, very, very, very specific sticker on the car, and it's all-wheel drive, and because we're all-wheel drive, we could do this Greatest Maimon, Surfing Umibozu, and Snow Dancer all at once, in theory, on paper. So if you're able to use them, so we're working on getting Mondi to play. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to like get too far into it or too hyped up into it, because like it's going to be a time process. So Mondi, I'm an adult. I'm a goddamn adult ass man, right? I got a job. I don't need a bitch's permission to spend money, but I do very much view the marriage as like a partnership and something that we're doing together. So these types of things are like important to me, that like, I know what she thinks and I understand her thought process and she understands mine, and blah 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 blah. So in discussion with Mondi, it is going to be, I bought a new graphics card. It did not work in my system. PC Part Picker is like, yo, this should work. It doesn't. I went online, started doing some research, asking people like, yeah, your computer is not, your CPU motherboard combo, it's not sufficient to run that graphics card. So they gave me people online are giving me a list of suggestions, and most of the cards are $400 or $500, roughly the ones I was going to get. Cat's getting up, so I'll show you. So I got here. It's an unorthodox choice, I know, but I am nothing if not unorthodox. I did get an Intel Arc, the B580, so the top of the line Intel Arc, which is not saying much. They're not very expensive cards, but it plays most of the games I would want to play nicely, and it's only a couple $100, two and a bit. So I could return that and spend $500 on a graphics card that would run on my system that is getting kind of old, which is fine. Or I could say, fuck it, throw caution to the wind and just part out a PC slowly over time. Well, so I'm part out a PC slowly over time. So I'm going to hold on to that graphics card. I have a inexpensive case, not cheap, has good reviews. An inexpensive case coming. Let me rotate the camera here a little. I got bumped. I have an inexpensive case coming. And I have a pretty good motherboard that I would be happy with coming as well. I already have a new power supply that I had bought 2 years ago when I thought the power supply was bad on this PC, and it turned out it wasn't the power supply. So I have a motherboard, I have a new case, because I would need a new case. This case is falling apart. And power supply, 1, 2, 3. And obviously the GPU. Okay, I would still need a CPU. I would still need RAM. And I in theory, I could, like, I got hard drives for days, but, I would in theory want to get, like, a new NVMe. Like, a new SSD for it. And at that point in time, I'd be able to stand up a new PC. So CPU, RAM, hard drive. That'd be it. So over time, over the next handful of months, I'm going to just try to kind of get parts as they get cheaper. I'm really hoping that there's going to be like a Black Friday deal on some memory. I'm really hoping there's going to be a Black Friday deal on some CPUs. The motherboard I'm getting is relatively future proof, but it does mean that, like, you know, I think I have to get like an AMD Ryzen 7, 8, or 9. The 9s are all seem like all pretty expensive, but a couple of the 7s are reasonable. I would probably also need to get a CPU cooler if the CPU I got didn't have a cooler with it. Once all that's done, the PC I'm on, the case is falling apart. The case is having a little bit of struggle, so I'm gonna swap out all of the screws. I'm gonna get a new screen for the front, and then it should be in pretty good condition. I'm just gonna give it to Mondi. So the only thing this doesn't do well right now is it's starting to struggle on playing games, recording them, and streaming them at the same time, which is what I'm doing, right? I'm playing the game, I'm recording it locally, and I'm streaming it. You could argue we don't need to do all three, but the number of times one of those things gets fucked up is often. More than people probably realize or know. And especially like the local recording comes super in handy for when I'm playing with Jin or I'm playing with Paper, I'm playing whoever, and I go upload it. Because the voice levels are always completely different. So having like all of the channels of the audio, like Paperweight's its own audio channel, the music's its own audio channel, like blah blah. I can adjust all that. So like yeah, I that's and it just can't do those three things at once. So she'll be able to play a game. So yes, so we're gonna get Mondi. She'll have this PC. And then I'm also gonna push it up to 64 gigabytes of RAM, which I've been threatening to do. So she'll have 64 gigs of RAM in this computer. I'll fix the case, which is to say, like, the main thing is the screen on the front. Because the screen on the front, it's a Corsair case. The screen on the front, the front door, costs more than the new case I'm getting. So figure that out. There's like a magnetic screen and like a flippy thing on this PC. That's $60. My case was $58. Yeah, capitalism, yay. But I would need a new case for the motherboard anyways. Even if I were to sort of say like, well, I don't need a brand new case. I can use the old case. Well, I want to gift this to her anyway, so I shouldn't say it was falling apart because I don't really mean that. That's kind of like a weird justification. But certainly it needs all new screws and stuff because like the doors fall off. But I can handle that. But yeah, capitalism, yeah. So in conclusion, long story short, my 10 minutes of bullshit being interjected right in the middle of the stream will get Mondi involved. All right, so strongest Mayman, like I was saying, for anyone who cares, you need to. It's under camouflage. You need to get this sticker on the car. If you don't have that, no, you're fine. No. Platty, I'm happy to talk to you. ADHD is a powerful drug. You need to have this specific sticker on the car or the dude won't race us. So if we look at our list of two people to race today, Mountain Man, we can't do him. Rich Local Man, we should be able to do him because we have the Iwaki plates. Snow Dancer, we should be able to do it because we have a custom color. Strongest Mayman, we should be able to do it because we have leopard print. And then Surfing Umibozu, we should be able to do it because we have a 4-wheel drive. If this car is not this Mitsubishi GTO is nothing to me. I just threw it together. That it meets all of these criteria. Local Richmond, I can race in the Lexus. So if we actually run into a problem, I can race them in their Lexus, and we can take care of that. All the rest of these three, so Snow Dancer and Strongest Mayman, I could race them in the Supra. I just got to put a sticker on the Supra, and we should be good. But Surfing Umibozu, it has to be this day, Sunday, with this type of car, all-wheel drive. So that's 4-wheel drive. So that's our target. We're going to start with this dude, Surfing Umibozu, because it needs to be a this. I can't change that about any of the other cars. I can't make the RX-8 into 4-wheel drive. So let's go ahead and hop in here and see if we can't find Surfing Umibozu. Is he even around? I don't think I've ever seen him. And they said something about, like, they sometimes appear. So I might need to go just drive around for a minute. In the meantime, Snow Dancer, I saw her on the list. I'm not crazy. least not for this reason. She's going uphill from here. We could try to race her. I don't know if I'll beat her or not. Because again, this car is not really, you know, I have all the highest level of parts I can afford to put into it. Let's turn on our Japanese radio station. I have manually sorted these so they're pseudo-random. So there shouldn't be really commercial back-to-back sections. There's a couple of these MP3s are like 3 or 4 commercials in a row. I can't or won't do anything about that right this second. But we shouldn't fall into a rabbit hole of just non-stop over and over again commercials. Fingers crossed. But Platy, how are you doing? I don't want you to feel sorry for directing. Loved playing with you last night. Hopefully we can play some more Phasmophobia. Looking forward to playing with you tomorrow. Tomorrow's upon us. Doing goddamned tabletop role-playing games. I'll be running a game that I've never played before. Have you heard me say that enough times so that when people go like, Blaine, why do you have to keep looking up rules? Because I have never played it before. Upgrade the engine. And it should be available to stream if anyone wants to check it. It'll probably be about 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday the 11th. So far, no one's objected. If anyone comes to me and goes like, I don't want you to stream this, then I won't stream it. But barring that, I think it'll be fun. That'd be good. Loading up full to the building. DDS60. Yeah, we'll do our best. Yeah, absolutely. I figured as much. I mean, you guys do it for D&D. I don't know what would be different. But you know me. I don't want to, like, go... I would rather play with you guys. And not stream it. That's my preference. I just want to game. We'll have a look at DD Dice. I think DD Dice might be a necessary evil. I have solved the dice problem locally for me. I keep reading that there are webhooks I could use with Discord to kind of get all this to work. But it doesn't seem like it. There's webhooks that go into Discord, right? So I could write a little code, or even when you're not writing code, like you're just setting up these actions. But I could script something that would post messages to Discord. But there's nothing that would allow me to actually like read events that are happening in a Discord channel, which is what I want, right? Like what I want to happen is like webhooks where like I'm subscribing to events in Discord, like when someone posts a message that has like, I don't know, wacky character roll dice, and then the thing I'm using will know that, oh, okay, it's time to roll dice, right? That is what I want. But we'll come up with something. And the DD Dice is at least a minimally intrusive, easy enough to use solution. But I have this evening, right? And a lot of tomorrow to get to the bottom of this, to crack this nut. We're just going to boost here. This car's not fast, relatively speaking. But we do have a high top end. I should rephrase it. Quick and fast. Let's define quick versus fast, because I think I use those sometimes, and they're meaningful to me. Quick is the acceleration, right? Going from I'm stopped, and now I'm moving quickly. That's acceleration. Fast is overall top speed. It might take you a while to get up to your top speed. So this car is fast. It's one of the faster cars I think I've made. I think it's the closest to 400 kilometers. But it gets there in a really long time. Alright. Is there a chance that surfing Umibozu is out and about? We're just going to have to keep looking for dudes. I'm not seeing them. Alright, so we at least beat Snow Dancer. So we'll check her off. Snow Dancer, check. And confirmed, you actually need a wacky color. Local rich man, strongest Mayman are both theoretically possible if I can find them. Am I blind? Strongest Mayman. Strongest Mayman. Hydro Drift Ninja is Snow Dancer. It does. It's just she just loves the blow. Where is? Okay, here's a dude. This is probably him, because I swear this just appeared. So if I can get to a rest stop, a parking area, I can go chase him down. So that's probably, that's either who we wanted or the person who's going to appear after you beat Snow Dancer. Because that's the other thing. Someone appears after you beat Snow Dancer. I don't remember who it is. White Line Betty, right? She's here. Yeah, Yo Joe and other... Key Bump Carl. So we'll just sort of zip up to the parking area. Because there should be one at the end of this, right? Or am I misremembering? I might be misremembering. And there's, okay, someone coming on bound to us. But there's no easy way to get over to that other, other road. Keep on, yes. In theory, I think it's when we'll get close, because this last gear is kind of high. This might take us, maybe 3, is this where it just tops out as 306? I never try to race it as fast as I could. It's just like how it's tuned in theory. But no, it's not that fast. That's the power of all-wheel drive. Alright, so who did we pass going... Who's this? Roulette guy, okay. So part of the reason why I'm focusing on these wanderers now is because they're not amenable to the car I'm really trying to learn a lot, the Lexus FC, so I would like to kind of check them off, right? And then not that I have anything against the Mitsubishi GTO, it's just it's not. I don't think this car is going to take me deep into the game. So certainly surfing Umibozu, we have to get with this all-wheel drive. And Strongest Mayman we have to get with a leopard print. And then that would be, you know, we could kind of say like, all right, thank you GTO for your service. We're going to put you back in the garage until, right? Maybe someone else needs a Mitsubishi to race. There was that Steel Triangle dude that we had to have a Mitsubishi. Oh, we are overheated. We are overheated. Sorry, is there not a parking area? Nope. Trying to remember where the parking areas is. Doesn't do me any favors. So if I get here and I take this interchange over here, I can stop here way before I get up here. Or is that about the similar amount different? This is straighter, but I'm overheating anyways. So we'll keep right. Alright, we're out of limp mode. But I don't know how fast the car wants me to go. Because I always like to say, water should not be above 100 degrees Celsius if you want to have water. It's a great place if you don't want to have liquid anymore, but other than that, it's not a steam-cooled engine. So we'll stay up the Bayshore line. Because although it's a little bit longer by measurement, I think it's a maybe a quicker drive, because it's all straight. Or it would be if it was the fact that my car is really unhappy right now. Yeah, so we did something to piss it off. Big flag! Should mention Japanese radio. Brought to you by Dova Syndrome. Dova-syndrome.com. Japanese royalty-free background music. And then, like, the two people who, like, I downloaded the songs from, like, Yulia and, the other guy whose name completely escapes me. The URLs are up beneath the banner. Go check their shit out. Commercials are 100% bootlegged from YouTube. I fear no repercussions for using, like, early 1980s Pac-Man commercials and 1990s Boss Coffee commercials. I'm sure that I'm prepared to handle the consequences of that. Phantom Beauty. Our car is, like, really in bad shape. And I want to get to this parking area. So I'm not going to bother to race her. Presumably her. It could be a dude. Maybe he's a beauty dude. Let's not make assumptions. Alright. Any rumors here? Rumors help us figure out how to beat people. Eternal Polaris. Yeah. So your Phantom Warlord. You beat her R33, R35. Okay. Indomitable Alexander. If your total mileage better be over 3,000. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Well, that's not a problem. Total. Not on the car. But just like me? Yeah. I have way more than that. Alright. So that should cool the car off. And now we can get a chance to look for Hydro Drift Ninja, flexible color. So this is either our dude that we're looking for. This is either Surfing Umibozu, or it's the dude who you have to race after beating Snow Dancer. So either way, it's probably worth chasing him down, but I really, really, really want it to just be the dude I need to beat in the all-wheel drive car, four-wheel drive car. Right? That's my desire. So I would like to switch back to like the cars that I'm actually learning to be good at. And not just like a car that I got to use to accomplish something. But there's a lot of these ones where they're like put a piece of, you know, put a spoiler on the car and I can't do any of that shit to the Lexus. So it's that's what the Supra is for, man. Alright. Please be Surfing Umibozu so I can, like... Surfing Umibozu? Surfing Umibozu? That is not going to be a surf... That's not a surfing dude. That's not surfing. There's nothing surfing about that. I don't... Let's see if this GTO... Nska! Mr. Nska. Alright. I don't know what his criteria are. Alright, let's find out. So I'm at the point where since shit in the game, like, look. I just want, for the record, since shit is wrong in the game, I don't have any problem looking this stuff up. I'm not, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not ruining anything because they're not giving me good information. Right? They're telling me one thing and it's literally the opposite of what you have to do. So, Mr. Nsuka. Equip an infinity sticker. Then see, example, say equip an infinity sticker or vinyl. The in-game entry erroneously says to not equip that, right? So like backwards. So, like, a lot of this shit is, like, backwards. And how am I supposed to know that? Play it in original Japanese is what I'm hearing. Play it its original Japanese and struggle. Is that what I'm hearing? Alright. I'm going to do a kind of a bullshit move here. Because we know how far it is to the next parking area from here. We're just going to go back the way we came. I don't want to just go to the garage because I don't want Sunday to end. Because in theory, this dude should be somewhere on Sunday. The wrong way is not making it easier for me to avoid traffic, right? Like, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. On the other side of this bridge, or at least on the other side of this turn, we should be able to pull into a parking area. And then we'll teleport to another area of the map. Omaha Brave. Sometimes the shortest way forward is to go backwards. Otherwise, we have to go all the way up the island and back around. Like, alright. No rumors. Hydro Drift Ninja was what? We had to have a different license plate, so I don't think we can do Hydro Drift Ninja right now. We'd have to change our license plate. Hydro Drift Ninja. Shiga. Yeah, we don't have a Shiga license plate. We have an Iwaki license plate, so we can't do that. Alright. Roulette Guy 3. What's the story on him? What do I gotta do for him? These not being in alphabetical order are a bit of a challenge. Okay, so we just gotta... We could just race Roulette Guy 3 if we can catch up to him. I don't know that we can beat him in this car. This car is kind of... purpose-built. What the hell? So why is Surfing Omibuzu not appearing? What are his... Appears Sunday and Saturday. It's Sunday. That's it. It just says appears Saturday and Sunday only. Well, it's Sunday. Not appearing! He's in the Yokohama Lane Upbound, apparently, is where he's going to be. Which is what? Space Shore Upbound. Yokohama Upbound. They're saying Yokohane, which I don't know what that is. New circular, right? Okay. Yokohama Upbound. Yokohama Upbound. I guess the speed trap will help me find that. Yokohama Upbound. Outer Loop. Unless they mean Yokohama and they just had a... Because what is Yokohane? Yeah, I'm guessing whoever wrote that meant Yokohama line upbound. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what this one dude is saying. Yokohane. It's Yokohama, surely. Yeah, he keeps saying Yokohane, so I'm guessing that's just a Mr. Ensuka that's coming into the Yokohama lane downbound. So he should be on here going up, if anywhere. So he's actually supposed to be going the other way, but okay, whatever. We could just race Roulette Guy. We could also just go race whoever, because getting bored. And then just figure out if we beat. So we'll just race this dude. We'll just race a couple people, and hopefully this guy appears. This is only an upbound, though, right? I don't think I can go down from here. Let's find out. All right. Yeah, all right. So you can only go up from there. So if I want to race this dude... What's the story here? We're just going to look for people to race. And if this guy appears, he appears. Crystal Knights. Pure white, sure. Or he only races cars in white. Alright. This is not our preferred car, but we need it for the one dude, and that dude's supposed to be out today, so we're just gonna... You know, we'll suffer through. I wonder if the all-wheel drive cars are better at pushing, like when you get to like kind of rubbing his racing moment. It seems like it might be. I mean, easy enough. There's a team battle we could do here, which, again, we'll see. Oh, yeah, Phantom... Oh, I forgot to change the name back to On Time Swallow. We are temporarily Phantom Warlord. Alright. Ultimate Killer. Into the back of that car. Perfect. But it's a consecutive battle, right? So it's gonna restart here, and his teammate's gonna come out. So I don't want to get too excited. Or is this I beat him and I gotta beat the next dude? Oh, don't hit the divider. Don't hit the divider. Don't hit the divider. Ping pong off the wall, but don't hit the divider. All right. Leave some paint on the concrete, but don't hit it head on. Refill. Alright, is this dude here yet? It's like waiting for a girl to call me. Like, what is happening here? He never calls, he never writes. Where is he supposed to be? I mean, Craftsman Manabe, we're not going to be able to beat. Certainly not in this car. Gentle Examiner was really tough. Really, really tough. I decided neither one will race me because I don't have aerodynamic. I don't have aero parts. He was not. You need to have aero parts, which we don't have, like spoilers and shit. And we'll only race a front-wheel drive, front-engine car, which we are all-wheel drive, so that don't count. He's savage, so he's just hard to beat. Like this car is out here to race right now. Like one specific dude who doesn't have the fucking temerity to appear, and or right. Strongest Mayman, who we also, in theory, need to race. That's where the one part about this game where it gets a little frustrating is some of this shit of, like, trying to get... So, like, Strongest Mayman, Local Rich Man, or Surfing Umibozu. We're equipped to race any of them, and none of them are appearing. So we'll hop around these different parking lots, collecting rumors, even though we're just gonna, like, look shit up now. One Bride Sergeant. The only battle is Shackleton cars. Ones with lowered ride height. Sure. Cinderella. Okay. Yep. Clean drive. Sure. On the race. Go to the upbound parking area. Rumors are Ghost Soul, Yokohama. Nihilistic Man, Stubborn Straight. Quiet Internal Affairs again, Rumored Writer. He's in. Looks like they're trying to form a team. Large scale chain battle. Polaris North Star. Okay. Frustrating. Eternal Polaris, Stubborn Straight, Money Dream. Eternal Polaris is shutting herself away. Okay, yeah. Hard Weapon works. He only battles opponents with stock brakes. Interesting. Okay. I guess you gotta make all these characters you race differently at a certain point in time. It's like, you know, what's up? I don't know. The stock brakes. I don't know. Fuck we know. You know, get some variety in the game. Where's that guy? I'm tempted to say fuck those dudes for the time being, because life is too short. And I'll worry about them some other time, and or even off stream. Like if it's gonna be like this, you know, because otherwise I'm gonna have to just skip through like a whole week to get to it. Like it seems kind of stupid. So first, let's change our name back. Sometimes I forget that. On time, Swallow. Booyakasha. All right. Let's go back to the cars. we could still try to take on Strongest Mayman with the Supra. And we could do Shiga Prefecture license plate. To do Hydro Drift Ninja. We could do Hydro Drift Ninja in the Lexus. So let's try both. Shiga Prefecture was... I know we had it. Jed Levy gave it to me. I'll have to go Google it. Let's go ahead and look it up. Alright, there it is. Okay, so the Power Mouth and Sun. Power Mouth and I on the second kanji is the radicals. There's. So this should be Shiga. Alright. And then we will go ahead, slap a leopard print sticker on it. And that's camouflage. That's this one, right? Good lord, that's ugly. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. There you go. Alright. So, we could still go get some dudes. So, Strongest Mayman. Hydro Drift Ninja. So, let's start with him. And the best way we can get to him is... not at all. Strongest Mayman's here. Alright, so we also Strongest Mayman. We want to race him. So... Alright, we're going to start here. We're not going to have our bonus tune. But I just want to get to him and see if we can beat him. Alright. So Strongest Mayman, we need that leopard's print we have. And then Hydro Drift Ninja, we need the Shiga plate, license plate we have. We're going to skip this one dude who's in blue that we're coming up on. And just go for the Wanderer battle. Would feel more comfortable in the Lexus. But, as discussed, you're not allowed to put stickers on no Lexus. You can't paint it. Alright, here we go. Strongest Mayman. His love for the leopard. Yeah, Ma'amen. Ma'amen. Strongest Ma'amen. Alright. Get fucked, boy. Got a fucking rocket ship Supra. Easy. Not even a challenge. Alright. Put her on autopilot. Update our list briefly. So, fuck surfing Umibozu. Loco Richman we can't do, but we can do Hydro Drift Ninja. Right? With my Shiga plates. Alright, if I can get Hydro Drift Ninja done, at least take a run at him. We might be doing a bit of a wrap up here. So let's see. Where's he at? He's going the other way. Ghost Soul. What was the story on Ghost Soul? Ghost Soul was something weird too. Yokohama plates. Okay. Alright, we'll go race this dude, and then this dude, and then this dude. We'll just go race, race, race until we can get off of here. So here we go. Yeah, like I said, I think for some of these, hunting down these like really finicky guys, I don't know that makes the best stream, right? So I almost might want to get them like queued up, and then like hold off on beating them for the stream. Maybe this is a Maybach. Oh, it's a Crown. Beat him, then beat his buddy, who's presumably straight ahead. I do like the adventure and like exploring, but the trick of it is there's some of these road segments are just you're trapped on it. You know, you can always end the day and go back to the garage. Don't get me wrong, like that's an option. But like when you do that on like dudes you have to race on specific days, it's like, oh, look at him. No, he's tough. Catching up to him, but boy, he almost needed my nitrous there, huh? And by almost, I definitely needed a nitrous. But there you go. So again, that's the difference between acceleration and top speed. He is all acceleration, and then we're gone. Easy enough. Next thing we need to race is right here. Conveniently enough. Anti-road killer. No nitrous, but we'll just keep going. Our engine temp is a little high. We'll try to stay frosty. Yep. There we go. We just murdered a human being. There's no way anyone lives through that. But we won our car race. Huh? Alright. Alright, we'll start to wrap up. Slightly shorter stream than the normal. I streamed a shitload yesterday. Like 3 times, in fact. So if you're hurting for, like, shit to watch, a bunch yesterday. Like, a ton. And the most we were able to do is circle down here and pull into the parking area. Goggled Grin, Hydro Drift Ninja we didn't get to, we'll have to get to him. Flying Fish of the Shuto Express Highway was what? You had to beat... Flying Fish of the Shuto Highway. He might be a license plate one as well. Only gets a Nissan Fairlady Z. So we'd have to get a Fairlady Z to beat him. So there's a lot to get into. But local Richman never appeared either. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll try to queue up some of these elusive dudes. We'll get them ready, and then we'll start the stream with like them ready to beat. And that way we don't have to, like, you know, I feel like we did beat a bunch of people. Like, let's be clear. I don't want to undersell it. But I feel like I should have been able to beat, like, more than just that. So, Strongest Mayman. Who do we did? I guess we did Strongest Mayman today and Snow Dancer. So, it's not nothing. And we didn't really get a chance to race anyone else despite our best efforts. A lot of these battle points stacking up, though, with really nowhere to put them. We do have... We're stuck behind Crimson Devil for most of our actual upgrades, for like our tuning upgrades, right? We got to get past Crimson Devil, and then we can get some of this other shit. We have the driver perks that we use. Fearless Smile, Crimson Devil, right? Increasing our attack, Namahage. So there's dudes that we could beat to try and better up our shit. Money Dream. But they're going to be when they're going to be. We don't use Acceleration Addict. We do use Self-Love, and that's maxed out. We do use Center of Attention, that's maxed out. I don't know if I should consider modifying that stuff. And none of this stuff is really jumping at me as anything I need. Technical Bonus Award increases. Hold 200 million CP. Well, like, I'm not really in that much of a problem. Hold 1500 BP. Well, I'm not spending BP to hold more BP. Sure. So nothing we really need to spend it on except for, like, if we want to buy any more cars. And as far as I'm concerned, this Lexus RC is fucking insane. Eventually we're going to get to the Lexus LFA. We're going to beat all those dudes to get to it. The Supra is great. I mean, yeah, there's another tier of Supra, but again, I got to beat a bunch of people to get to it. So I don't need another car. We will have to go buy one of these Nissan Fairlady Z24. Where's the 24? So I'm about to buy all of these. Right? I got to go through this entire tier to get this car to beat that one dude. So that's fucking 110, 100, 200, almost 300 battle points to just beat a dude. And that's a speed metric of 371. Assuming those speed metrics are correct, that one is higher than our Lexus. But it's not as high as the LFA will be, which is kind of like where we're trending. And we do know we need to get our RX-7, the beloved RX-7, from our friend the RX-8, to beat one of the other dudes. So yeah, we got stuff to do. But yeah, enjoy it. So, like I was saying, stop by tomorrow, watch us play tabletop RPGing. Not Dungeons and Dragons, not D&D, no D20. Old school shit. And maybe you'll find it interesting, maybe you'll not. So, Screaming Platypus, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you being here today. To our else who's watching, I'd like to thank you for watching me play video games. You did not have to watch me play video games. You could have played video games yourself. You could have done something utterly unrelated to video games. You could have watched a TV show. And what TV show would I recommend right now? Coming into Halloween, if you've never seen the old HBO Tales from the Crypt, those are fantastic, and from like a visual aspect, a lot of them hold up really well. I guess that was shot on film, so there's some nice transfers of that where it doesn't look. It's 4:3 a lot of times, right? So you know, but it doesn't look dated. It's got the same thing that like Star Trek: The Next Generation had. If you ever watched any of like the Blu-ray like HD versions of Star Trek, it's because they like shot it on film, so it's like a movie, and it doesn't really look like old TV. And it's really cool. So if you never watched Tales from the Crypt, dude, watch them. You know, and it's anthology, right? Book of Flowers. Just pick one and watch one, and it's pretty good. But you didn't watch Tales from the Crypt. You watched me play video games. I might not understand the decision, but I appreciate making it nonetheless. To everyone who wasn't watching, I'd like to thank you for not watching me. I appreciate when people don't watch me because I appreciate when people leave me the fuck alone. No raid today. We're just gonna wrap it up. Having a good day. Yins be good. Peace out and deuces. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.